man of all parts, a man of all seasons, Cristiano Ronaldo, when he's in the team.
What's up, guys? So I'm watching this video, which is, sorry, let me move the sun down, which has been made for the new title that Ronaldo won earlier this week, which is the FIFA Player of the Year. And that's a pretty cool video. I'll put the link right here, just in case you guys want to check it out. In today's episode, I want to try to answer one question. After looking at this video, I thought that would be the great opportunity. Oh, sorry. Now, before answering any question, there's always a first step. That first step is to check Google and see how many answers you can find for your question. Let's try it. Here's my question. Who is the best player between, yes, right here, between Messi and Ronaldo? That's quite a lot of answers. It's more than 2 million. I was like, okay, why not add my answer to the mix? Now the task here is not easy. If I want to come up with a credible answer, I have to only use fact. And since we're also talking about football, I thought why not keep score between those two players. I've decided to look at 3 different aspects that are completely objective. I'm gonna look at their stats, then I'll look at their trophy, and then finally, since we have 2 of the best players in the world, why not look for some crazy stats and whoever has the best crazy stats. Let's start first with statistic and talk about what matters most in football, the number of goals you have scored. And precisely in this case, the number of goals on average per game you have scored. I've decided to separate statistics in 2 buckets. The first one is with their club. The second one is any European competition plus any international games. At the club level, there's no other player on this planet that can compete with those 2. Messi and Ronaldo have both scored more than 400 goals in more than 400 apparitions. Now it gets even better for Messi since he has scored more than a goal per game. Can you believe it? 400 games, more than 400 goals, 1 goal per game. Don't worry, Ronaldo fan. He's right behind. He doesn't have the 1 goal per game, but it's just a matter of time before he gets there. Just need a couple of hat-tricks. So the first statistics go to Messi. Messi 1, Ronaldo 0. Now looking at the European competition national team games, well, here Ronaldo is better. He scored more goals than Messi on both fronts. And on the European level, he's the one with 1 goal per game, on average. So this second round, go to Ronaldo. Ronaldo 1, Messi 1. In terms of ratio, goal versus games, it's impossible to separate them out. Both players have amazing career on that front. Each of them are as good as the other. So let's move to the next one. Let's look at their title. I'm gonna go over both players' list of titles they won during their career as of today. Let me start with Messi first. So I found this website with all the titles, so I'm just gonna go over those. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Now there's so many titles for both of them that I need to accelerate the video because I don't want you guys to waste any time. 3-time UEFA best player in Europe, 5-time FIFA Ballon d'Or, 4-time Champions League winner, 8-time Spanish champion, 5-time Spanish Cup winner, 7-time Spanish Super Cup winner, 3-time FIFA Club World Cup winner, 1-time Under-20 World Cup champion, 3-time UEFA Super Cup winner, 1-time Olympic medalist, 16-time top scorer, and 3-time Player of the Year. And I say all that without breathing. So, okay, that was so many titles. How can any other human on this planet can beat that? Well, let's look at Ronaldo. Okay, same website, now looking at Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's do it. 4-time UEFA best player in Europe, 5-time FIFA Ballon d'Or, 1-time European champion, 4-time Champions League winner, 3-time English champion, 1-time English FA Cup winner, 2-time English Cup winner, 2-time Spanish champion, 2-time Spanish Cup winner, 2-time Spanish Super Cup winner, 3-time FIFA Club World Cup winner, 3-time UEFA Super Cup winner, 1-time Portuguese Super Cup winner, 2 times English Super Cup winner, 14 times top scorer, 1-time Player of the Year, and that's it. That's a lot of Super Cup of anything. I don't know why Super Cup. In terms of title, they both have 4 European Champions League, they both have 5 Ballon d'Or, and then they have a lot of like other stuff that I can't recall because there's too many of them. It's almost impossible to separate them out again on the title level. It's a draw between those 2 players. Since I can't separate those 2 players on the ratio of goal versus game and on the trophy level, then I'm moving to my next criteria, crazy stats. With such amazing career, one of those players must have a crazy stat that will make me feel like, oh, he's definitely better than the other one. Let's see. Here are the two crazy stats, or the two craziest stats that I found about Messi. First, he scored 91 goals in a calendar year, from January 1st to December 30th. How is this even possible? That's at least 1.3 goals a game if you assume he's playing around like 60 games a year. That's just like not possible. The second stat, and I think that one is more impressive, he was able to score more than 40 goals for 8 consecutive seasons. This is just like consistency at its best. No other player has been able to produce those numbers, except maybe Ronaldo. I found very similar statistics for Ronaldo. For example, during a calendar year, he scored 26 goals with the Portugal national team. Knowing that they only play 10 to 15 games a year, it's close to a goal and a half per game. The other statistic that is very similar to the Messi one is the fact that Ronaldo has been able to score 50 goals for 6 consecutive seasons. Like I said for Messi, those are like unbelievable numbers. It's just mind-blowing on how Messi and Ronaldo have been so consistent over their career. No other player in the entire history of football even close to those numbers. So it looks like another draw. Now I'm back to square one. How I'm gonna figure out who is the best between Messi and Ronaldo? To me, everything I just said is proving one thing. We are the luckiest football fan ever. Can you imagine what we are witnessing? Two players that are just like out of this world at the same time. Now there's no more time to be objective here. I'm gonna come up with my own solution. I've decided that in order to find who is the best between Messi and Ronaldo, I'm gonna answer one question. If I was the owner of a team, let's say the FC play-by-play, just like that, who would I pick as a player between Messi and Ronaldo? I only have enough money for one of those two players. Who would I pick? On one side, I have Messi, probably the player with the best technique we ever seen since Maradona. He's a natural, he scored tons of goals, he makes other players better, and he seems like a great guy. On the other hand, we have Ronaldo. Seems like a pain to manage from the outside, but is an unbelievable character on the field. So much power, so much determination. Even if it doesn't seem like a great guy, he looks like an amazing player. So who do I pick? I'm still the same point as I was 8 minutes ago. I think I will go for Ronaldo. Why, you ask me? Well, Ronaldo has been successful with different environment. He was successful while playing in Portugal, he was successful playing with Manchester United, and he was extremely successful with Real Madrid. Don't forget, he was also successful with the Portugal national team. As for Messi, he spent his entire life at Barcelona. Everything was always built around Messi. The team was created for him to be at his best. And it was probably kind of a pain to manage for the coach, for the president, and also for other teammates. Even though Messi seems like a more talented guy in the absolute versus Ronaldo, I think Ronaldo is a better player. Not by a lot, I would agree with that, but he's been able to show that no matter the situation, he will face basically any challenge. Messi hasn't been able to do that yet. So Ronaldo is my answer. Yes! I finally come up with an answer. There's one thing that could change my opinion, and it's happening next year. I'm talking about this trophy. Yes, the World Cup. Whoever wins the World Cup next year, if it's Messi or Ronaldo, will become for me the best player on the field that we ever seen. Above Zidane, above Pelé, above Ronaldo, above everyone else. So it's not completely over for Messi. He still has some time, and next year World Cup is probably his last chance to be the best player ever playing football. So what do you guys think? What do you think about my theory? What do you think about my proposition as who is the best between Messi and Ronaldo? I would love to know what you guys think. Please feel free to comment right here, share, likes. It's all about the conversation. Anyway, that was a long video, but I think the subject was so worth it. See you then, until next time.